Hello, this is a SongStax intermediate tutorial, so it's a little bit above the beginner level, but shows you some tips and tricks on investing and things you should know once you get started. So this is the main page right here, and so if you already know how to invest in a song, you should be set, but if you don't, just bear with me, you might get a little confused, but just keep up with it and you'll help be able to see. So some tips to investing that I would give. When looking for a song to invest in, you want to look for a few things. First of all, obviously you want to make sure it's a good song that you like or you think others will like, and that's usually what makes it a good investment. So you could do that by previewing the song. You click play on any song to preview it. The first section up here, these are the top songs that have done really well. But that also means that shares are a little bit more expensive. So these can be good investments just because they're usually some really high quality songs, but it is a little bit harder for those prices to increase once they do get higher. But if you really love the song, there's always more users coming on that still might invest. So just to give an example, I'm going to just buy a little bit of this song. Okay, here it'll tell you that you could get free shares by sharing on social media that you bought this song. So we didn't buy enough shares this time, but there would be icons here. If you click it and make a post, you actually get 2 extra shares for free, which is pretty good. So once you have your songs, you can go to your profile. This is really what you want to keep up with. Once you've already invested in some songs, you really want to keep up with how your songs are doing and when to sell them so you could actually make a profit. So as you can see, this user has done very well. Their stack size is 156. It's gone up $55. And you could click on any song that you have down here. This is basically your profiles, all your songs. You could listen to them anytime you want to. You stream the whole thing once you bought it, and it'll also give you information on the songs when you click on them. It'll come up here and tell you. So when you're looking at this, it'll tell you the current price of how much the shares are, how much it's gone up. You could change what you're looking at here, time period. So if you want to be more specific, rather than just last month or so, you can see how quickly it's changing. Also, so when you're looking at the ones that you already own, it'll tell you how many you own right here. 20 is how much this person owns, and how much you bought it for. So right here, my average cost per share, that's how much it cost when you bought it. So they bought it when these shares were only 1 cent, and now they're 19 cents. So they're making a good profit here. So they could go ahead, and they gave me permission to do all this. So I think it said, okay, well, I bought it for only 1 cent. Now they're at 90 cents. I want to make a profit. So you say, I'm going to sell 1 share. So right now you could sell them to SongStax for any time for 70% of that value of the 19 cents that's currently trading at. Why 70%? Because the artist needs to make some money and SongStax needs to charge them as well. That is until all the shares are sold. We'll get to that in a second. So I still only bought it for 1 cent, so I made a profit here because I'm selling them for 13 cents. I'm selling one for 13 cents. Okay, and that money's going to go right into my account. Okay, so that's how you can make a profit on SongStax. You just kind of wait till other people buy. You bought it. They bought this when it was all the way up here. A bunch of people bought it since then, so now they're more valuable, and you can make money on that. So like I was saying, right now you can sell for 70%, but if all the shares sell out, then you could actually sell in what we call the open market. That's this section here at the bottom. You actually, in your profile, you could take your shares and say, I want to sell them for 80 cents a piece. And then if someone buys them on the open market, you get all of that money. SongStax does not take will only charge a very small exchange fee rather than the 70%. So you'll be making more profit once all the original shares sell out. So that's a really good tip to know. Right now, no shares have reached open market because we're just getting started. But as we get more users, we're expecting it to hit that, and that started getting into play. But for now, really just you should be keeping an eye on all your investments. And sometimes when you see, if it's a really good song, you might want to hold on to it for us. You say, oh, I love this song. She's so good. I think more and more people are going to keep coming on to this site and investing in a song, so I'm going to hold on to that. But you might find another song where maybe it's kind of plateaued for a while now, and the price isn't changing much. See, I bought it for 7 cents and now it's at 15 cents. I don't think it's really going to change too much, so maybe I'm ready to sell now so I could make some more money. So that is definitely some tricks to it. When I'll be looking for songs to invest in, editors picks is always a good place to look because they're right on the front page, and if you trust the editors, usually they pick out some good songs for that. New releases, when they start, they're only 1 cent, so a lot of times those will go up because they're very cheap. They go up quickly. They're new, so if it's a really good new song, that people are gonna like, that's gonna go up really quickly. And those come out every morning at 8 o'clock. Every Monday morning at 8 o'clock. We call it New Music Monday, and all of our new songs of the week come out. So that's a really good time to check for new songs that you could make a quick profit on, or a big profit on if they really get all the way up. Like this one just this week has gone up 20 cents. So some people can make a really nice profit on that. Other than that, you could look through some of the sections. A lot of times there's some really good songs that are still rising, that have been out for a little while, and as more users come on, eventually they could still make a great profit. So it's important to look back and kind of find those hidden gems that might be in there. Any song could end up being the next song on everybody's picks. It could be the next song on SongStax. So it's really good to search throughout the site to look for those songs and preview the songs, and kind of the whole fun of it is kind of picking out the songs that you think are really good, that you think other people are going to like, that are going to make it up here someday. And if you go into this section, it'll show all the top songs. You get a cool little menu here. You can see how much they're going. See the songs at the top rising, and just look through and find what you like, what you think is worth investing in. So those are just some basic tips right there behind SongStax. Oh, one other important thing to remember is that for every share you buy, there is a date that you have to sell by, so that SongStax can pay the artists. So this is the date that you have to sell these shares by. Some of these are coming up pretty soon. Whenever you buy, there's a randomly generated date. Once again, this is so that we could pay the artist, and they need to get their cut. The artist gets 70% of all the money made. So that's another thing that's really important to remember and to watch out for that. You actually get an email that lets you know before that. So you have until then to decide whether you want to sell your shares or try to wait until all the shares sell, and then you could set your own price and not be selling back to SongStax for 70%. So these are all things to remember. These are all tips to become a really good investor like this person is, that let me do this on their account so that I could buy and sell a few things. But there's some good tips, things to remember, and how to use the site a little bit better if you're just a beginner.